boop. No, everything's wrong. Boop, unboop, booped. It's fine.
What?
Sorry.
So good.
Are we boop on or
Everything's
boop?
fine. I unmuted my music for a second, so if you heard My Chemical Romance for a second, no, you didn't. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
That was the most
Listen, if
chaotic
there's-
start we've ever had.
It's because when I
If
change
there's-
scenes, the audio mixes move around because there's a video on the other one, so it lags for a second, and I just panic clicked a bunch of oopsies.
That's okay. Hi, everybody.
Listen, if there's anything you don't need to ever apologize for, it's listening to My Chemical Romance. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Hi, Nick.
Welcome. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
In my head, I've got this great idea that we're gonna speed up the overarching quest and move away from side quests for a bit and get some actual shit done. Whether or not that happens,
This sounds like me trying to
Who
play
knows?
Skyrim. It's like, I need to go over the main quest.
Are you still installing mod stocks? I want you.
we'll see how it goes.
Hilariously, me playing Skyrim is okay. How much can I get done without advancing the main quest even one iota?
That's my favorite way of doing big RPGs as well. Main quest stuff. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway,
Who needs main quests?
last session we started off with you guys face to face with a Jabberwock, big gurgling, barbling, mumbling beast thing that was terrifying for many different reasons. Not just that it has big, scary fireball eyes, but also the fact that it seemed really intent on killing one person at a time. It did not seem to want to split its target focus, which is something that took us a little while to learn and was kind of intimidating when it obliterated the first named NPC that showed themselves on the scene. We very briefly got to meet Loruian Everblade, the masculine
Not Everblade anymore.
elf who appeared on the scene, the Eladrin rather, who was in summer, this beautiful golden attire and appearance. Misty stepped in front of you, did a hero pose, as if to say, "I'm defending you, civilians. Don't worry, citizens. Everything will be okay. I'm going to fight the Jabberwock, and you will be saved." And then immediately got his head and torso bitten off by the Jabberwock after I crit the shit out of him. Again,
I'm
did
Larulian,
not
and this
plan
is
on
my
it.
favorite shop on the Citadel. Sorry.
Did not plan on that happening, but he's dead now, so we never get to hear anything about his call lore or where he came from, who he was associated with, what he was doing there. But he's dead, and he left behind a very fancy sword that no one got a chance to pick up because we were in the midst of saving Randall from having the ever-living shit kicked out of him by a Jabberwock.
Or people just running off of the platform left and right.
Yeah, that was that as well. One of the effects of the Jabberwock was this confusing, horrible noise that it was making, and it was having different effects on our characters every turn that they started within a certain radius. That meant that they had to roll for a very high DC saving throw, and when they failed, they had a chance to do one of several actions. One of those actions was to attack a random target next to them, which is why Nugget
Also
bit
known as Randall.
several times. And we also had the effect of doing fuck all or walking in a random direction with all of your movement. So everything seemed to be fine for the most part, apart from the fact that it was, putting out shit tons of damage, and I rolled nat ones on 3 saving throws in a row against our monk's stunning strike. My poor
That was nice.
big bad got the text kicked out of it for a bit. The concerning thing was that movement in particular meant that you might leave the portal platform as you were fighting this Jabberwock whilst you were patiently waiting for the arcane magics to take you elsewhere. Fortunately, thanks to Nurali's quick reflexes, when Oro was affected by this confusing and kind of forceful mind fuck, and started to do combat rolls off of the portal plate. Narrowly managed to grab Oro by the ankle and swing her back onto the portal plate before anything went awry. And then we moved on. The portal lit itself up. You arrived at the next and penultimate destination, where you were given the opportunity to have a short rest. You had a short rest. Around you were several portals that you knew would lead to your final destination. We had an Arcana check from our party that determined that the sequence was part of this, this portal network that was essentially taking you from A to B to B to C to C to D, whatever. As long as when you arrived at the final place, you walked through one of the portals, it would take you to your destination, as was predetermined when the network was activated. So you were certain that no matter where you went, as long as you stayed on the platform and walked through the door at the end, you would arrive where you wanted to go. Here you are. You've arrived at the Clout. This is one of the 3 places that you have gone, and you have been told to take a tithe. That is essentially a tribute to the Ursine Court. You have arrived here to receive a tribute to the Ursine Court from the giants that live at the Clout. Now, you weren't sure what to expect when it's said to come to the Clout. You knew that there were giants here, thanks to a discussion that you've had whilst at the Maelstrom, and you knew that arriving here, you'd have a chance to talk to them and ask them politely to give you a tribute, which is what you've done for all of the other places that you've gone to. Please, please, give us a tribute. And they've all been like, no, maybe if you do this thing for me. And they've politely asked you to do something in return. And then they've done it, and you've got your tribute.
Yep, that happens every time.
One of the tributes so far. Upon arriving at the Clout, you are in fact a tiny, tiny, tiny little version of yourself on a huge prepping table. You are surrounded by food that appears to be sentient. Sentient food that is screaming in anguish and pain as it is being consumed by ankegs, giant bugs that are tearing apart their fleshy bits and consuming them. The beginning of our session and the beginning of the scene, we had a long discussion about whether or not our players should be involved in this combat at all, because Haiku doesn't seem to give a shit. The rest of our characters are invested in making sure that the innocent food people are going to survive.
How do we know they're innocent?
Haiku seems to be more interested in moving on, getting the fuck out of the Feywild, and getting the curse that is placed upon branded upon their flesh, removed.
Haiku needs to check their priorities.
I was just about to say, which is a legitimate priority. It's
a legitimate priority.
Haiku hasn't been the same since they saw Extravagus dead.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
Hasn't been the same, yeah. But that is our session. So for today, we begin with our players in a brawl with a bunch of big old scary bugs that are trying to eat the food people around us. Whilst in the distance, as they turn away from this preparation table, the chopping board that they are currently stood on, they can see a great dining hall filled with colossal giants, all tucking away at some dinner, jovially, having a laugh, having some drinks, having some bevs, having some good times with their pals.
How dare they?
Now, before we begin our session, we usually do a little prompty poo, and our prompt for today is something that Jenny cooked up whilst I was panicking and trying to prep for today's session. If you were suddenly turned into a talking food, what would you be? What food would your character be if you were a talking food? I'd like to hear a little bit about what and why. And now I can shut the fuck up for a little bit.
I like that you said Jenny cooked up when it was a prompt about
That was
food.
10 out of 10.
That was good.
No, damn.
So let's start with Randall.
That's me. Randall would be a bowl of porridge because it's kind of basic but dependable.
Would you describe Randall as basic and boring now? Randall's got a bit of spice in there.
There's a little bit of spice.
Oh, maybe a little
Bit of
cinnamon
cinnamon.
porridge.
I was just about to say cinnamon. Oh my god, definitely
Just a
cinnamon.
a light dusting on the top. Mostly
Ooh.
still just boring porridge.
Borage.
Oh, borage. Okay, all right. That's a good answer. I think that suits Randall, especially if you do add that little bit of cinnamon on there. I think Randall's got a bit of spice in him. I think he's getting spicier by the day.
Maybe it should be like blueberries, but they're hidden near the bottom.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Deep blueberries.
Fruit on the bottom, Randall.
Okay, Oro. What food would Oro be?
I think Oro would be a candy apple because at its core, it's a good, healthy thing, but it's covered in bad sugars, which is maybe the like a little bit of chaotic, neutral things about Oro. But at her core, she's good. But she's a little bit like, if you deceive me, I'll kill you immediately.
Okay, that is a good food for Oro. Especially, I was gonna say circus food. Did we not have some candied apples at the circus way back when?
Yeah, I was looking at circus food, so I was like, which circus food would Oro be?
That's cool. All right, Neroli.
So, I feel like the obvious answer is sprouts, right? She would be like nice, like buttered, lightly, like seared sprouts with like crumbled bacon over them. So it's like, it's the sort of thing where it's like, this is healthsome, this is wholesome. It can be a bit hard to take unless you have gotten used to it or found a way that you like it sometimes, because it is very like simple and straightforward. And like most things that are healthy for you, it's not like necessarily something that tastes like the best. You know, everybody would prefer pumpkin pie to sprouts, but like the sprouts are going to do, they're going to like do good for you, you know.
Okay. I like the idea of Neroli as a food that is accessible and something that you can zhuzh up to be really nice. But that, you know, for some people maybe it's an acquired taste. For others, it's a like a nostalgic kind of like care for yourself food, where it's just like a proper like home cooked meal kind of deal. But for a couple of people, they just don't like sprouts, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, exactly.
I like it. Okay. How about haiku?
I'm bending the rules slightly, I think. I think haiku would be personified as a buffet, but not like a cohesive buffet. You ever been to Tay-Barns? I don't know if it's still a thing. It used to be like a big buffet in the UK. Basically, imagine like a carvery, a fish and chip, Chinese, Indian, all together. It's just fucking chaos. It's like dreadful. Absolutely awful. But that would be haiku.
I think that's an excellent answer. That's a really excellent answer.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, it's always that thing where if you go to a buffet and they're presenting more than one kind of cuisine, then you know that it's all going to be bad. There's not a single thing in there that's going to be good. I like that idea. I mean, it doesn't mean that necessarily the haiku is bad, but the haiku is eclectic and has collected many different things from many different, origins. There's lots of stuff going on in that haiku. And would stand by and watch innocents die.
Really? You have to say the word would? Fuck.
Okay. All right. Then we will continue with our game of D&D. Thank you very much for your thoughts. And also to Jenny for coming up with that particular question.
Yeah, it's
You're
a fun
welcome.
prompt.
That was a good one.
If you have your own prompt, perhaps you would like to submit it to our prompts.
Yeah, feel free.
Which you can here.
Feel
Thank you,
free.
Jack.
It's a toughie. Right. Before we begin, hi everyone in chat. I haven't had a chance to say hello to you. How's it going, everyone? Are we doing all right?
Also, I didn't know what elephant ears was.
I didn't either.
I had to Google it.
What is an elephant ear?
It's like funnel cake, but not.
What's a funnel cake?
It's like elephant ear. It's just
I've
fried
never had
dough
that
with
before.
like some sort of
Oh.
sugar on it.
Is it like donut dough and like, but not in donut
Oh.
shape?
Mm,
I think.
sounds good
Okay.
to me.
Okay then. Yeah, I mean it does sound pretty tasty. I've never had one before. Okay. So it's important as we go into today's session that you all know that every single one of the food-based characters that you meet today has a name.
Oh God.
Is that
oh
what you've been
God.
prepping all this time?
And we start today's session in the midst of combat. Our turn order is already outlined for us, fortunately, thanks to our previous session where we had already done a little bit of damage. Some of these cakes have been damaged already. If you recall, this one in particular has been greatly injured, and the rest of them are still looking pretty okay, a little bit singed here and there. However, one of the grapes here, Beret, has been damaged. Significant.
No.
Yeah.
Are you
And
telling me-
Louise the cheese.
That you did not put in raspberries so that you could say raspberry beret.
Well, the berries that we have here, the grapes that we have here are berry with an I, beret,
Okay.
and
Oh.
berry.
Oh my God. I love
then
it.
we've got Fred the bread down here on the south, and we've got Brad the bread next to him.
Oh, they sound
And
like
then we-
bros. Bread bros.
And Louise the
bros.
cheese. Louise the cheese is over there on the left
Oh, no.
I
Not
love
like
it.
not
What
like
about-
a Brie Larson cheese.
there.
Oh my God.
I'm not bringing in celebrities to this.
That
Right.
would be a cheese that was so strong that people would have silly opinions about it because they can't handle a strong independent cheese.
Right. Okay. Oro, top of the turn order. I
Yes.
believe last game you set your sword aflame, or did you not? I think you did.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Because I said the thing first time.
Mhm. You did say the thing.
You said the thing. Said,
Yeah.
said your magic
Can confirm.
phrase.
Uh-huh.
What was the thing? I remember hearing it and loving it, and I would like to hear it again because I forget what it is.
It's see you later, fucko. Instead of see you later, fucko.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Okay, continue.
Okay. So I've seen that the flamethrower is to the right of me, and I'm going
Correct,
to
yep.
move away from it. And Nugget's gonna come with me, and we're gonna hit this boy.
Okay, this on-keg is going down. This is the one that has taken quite a lot of damage already.
Oh yeah. Okay. Flamey scimitar.
That's a miss.
Damn. Can I use two weapons with a scimitar? Can I have a dagger?
So
in my other
you can
hand?
do a bonus action to attack with your offhand.
Okay, I want to do a bonus action to attack with my offhand.
Okay, whichever that is. Is that your dagger? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
my
That's a
Gucci
hit.
dagger.
8 points of damage. Big
Sweet.
old stabbo.
Do I get a sneak attack?
You absolutely do if you want to throw it on there.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
got 2 6s in that.
That's
Very
Ooh.
that's a lot.
That's a
Jesus.
chunky.
That's a
That's
lot
a
of
chunky
sixes.
attack.
chunky.
That is a very very dead on keg.
66%.
And you
sixes.
hear the grateful cries of Berry with an eye
Oh,
as
no.
you dispatch
I'm
dispatch that.
Oh no.
You saved me! Oh god, there are more! There are more! Oh god, help, please! One egg keg down. Got any extra movement or anything you want to do?
Oh shit, where did I come from? Here? Oh shit, I didn't ping it there.
I think that was yes, because there was an on keg that was next to you there, but you killed last turn.
10, 15, 25. How much movement do I have? 35. I have 10 more feet. How tall is the bread?
The bread is going to be 10 foot tall.
I'd like
You
to
wanna
climb on
top of the
Nugget.
Okay, all right. You can mount. So mounting Nugget, remember, is half of your movement, and you haven't got half your movement left.
Oh. Damn bit. Okay, I'm gonna move 10 feet back then with Nugget.
Okay. Okie dokie. Nerly, you're up.
Okay. I think the last thing I did was like back up to try to like hide myself a bit behind the bread, and then was like, "Oh right, oh god, that's alive too." So I think she kind of does. Yeah, exactly. Like
Fred the bread.
she like backs up against it, bounces off, has an awkward moment, turns around, and you said I couldn't see if more of them were coming through the wall, right?
Correct.
Hard to tell.
Yes.
Too many.
You're at a slight decline
Okay.
because it's on the hole is on a shelf. Or
Right. And
at a
and she
shelf.
just killed the one that was really hecked up, right?
Yep.
So I think I'll just boom guiding bolt that guy.
Boom.
Hiya. Ooh, a 30 to hit. I hope that hits his AC.
That definitely hits. Yeah.
The heckin' worst roll. 6113. Okay, so he takes 11 radiant damage, but is now all glowy, and the next attack will
all
have advantage. Oh man, I should have done that after me because my bonus to hit is just ridiculous, honestly. I don't think I've ever like casters are the only time I have like a good attack bonus, like with the spells, like the okay. Man, do I want to do man? I think that's all I'll do for now. I think I want to
Okay.
save the rest of my sorcery points just in case.
Okay. Fred says to you, "Please don't let them eat me."
I'm certainly going to do everything I can to prevent that.
I could be a sandwich one day. Randall,
How does that even
You're up.
work?
We'll
Which
get
bit stays as
eaten
Fred?
anyways.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to re-curse someone. And it's going to be the one
Okay.
attacking Louise Cheese on the left.
Louise the cheese, all the way over there. Can you reach
Yep.
that?
Can I reach that?
I mean, with the
With
the
that,
spell.
range is 90 feet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, you can reach that.
Also, I can run there.
I'll get one way or another.
Louise the cheese. All right. So Louise the cheese's Ankeg enemy is going to be cursed.
Yep, with a hex, and then I'm going to just quickly.
Do you get any? I can't remember if you get like health back or whatever for killing a hex.
Not with this one. That's the other hex that I have.
Okay. Okay.
It does have
Okay, how's it
disadvantage
going?
on strength.
Okay.
However, strength checks.
Sure. It is. It's eyeing up Louise more than it's eyeing up
Okay.
you.
Well, it's gonna get whacked with just these because I don't have any bonus
Oh
attacks.
my god! Get out the chart.
28,
Please.
Roll a 1d100, please.
71. I think
My
that's
god.
bad end. Was that the good end? I think
That's
it's
a
the good
good
end.
end.
You want-
Have
Yeah.
some names in chat for the onkegs, then maybe the players will feel slightly less good about killing them all.
It just means that they are
71.
killable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great hit. Ignore damage resistance. Double damage.
Ooh.
Oh, double
Double
damage.
damage.
Lovely.
Yeah, well, that's a bit trash. But I also get 1d6, so. Oh, wait, or do I get 2d6? Because all my damage dice are doubled.
All your damage dice are doubled. All of them.
So that's 9 points of necrotic damage.
No necrotic damage.
No necrotic damage.
No critic.
So
Okay.
it's slightly different.
Alright. Koki. Oh, alright, we're doing some damage to these poor onkegs. They're just trying to live their
And-
lives.
And then
Greg, this is Greg. You're
Greg?
fucking up Greg. Greg's just here to eat Louise the cheese.
we can't have Fred as well. We've already got Fred the bread. We can't have Fred the ankeg.
No,
This
no,
is-
Greg. Like
This is
good,
Greg.
good onkeg, Greg. You know.
This is Greg.
Oh,
Greg.
I'm putting the nameplate on so I can see and remember it. This one's Greg.
Okay.
I'm taking other names that we've got from the chat here as well.
Is the
We've also
double
got-
damage also on top of the like extra damage die?
When you get a crit, all of your die are doubled. So I think
But
when it
the-
says double damage, it's
Okay.
giving you double the total.
Well, I haven't got
So
that
you-
yet. So that's
you-
another
yeah.
that's another 9 plus 9. So another 18.
Was that Buondi or is that Bounty? I'm not sure if that's a typo or what's a Buondi. But I'm using that name. We've got Greg, Jim, Skittles, Buondi.
It is meant to be Blondie.
Blondie.
Maybe not.
Oh, it might be Blondie. We've got Freg.
I like the idea of them all just being like Greg, but with different starting letters. Greg,
Oh, yeah, me too.
Greg,
Damn,
Greg,
I like that as well.
Dreg,
Greg.
Freg,
It's Reg.
Mreg,
Too late now. We're going for James,
Greg.
Reg.
Keg,
Lewis,
Craig,
Treg.
Craig with a C, Craig with a K.
That's Shreg and Craig.
So we'll move on for now. Have you done all your damage?
Well, did my 23 hit as well?
Yes.
Okay. That's
Sounds
another
like
nine.
23 hit.
Well, I don't know. And that's another 6 necrotic damage.
Oh no!
Oh.
This poor Greg.
Did you do the double damage from the first 2 as well?
You gotta give me the numbers, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another 18 on top of that.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Well, Greg's dead.
Oh no.
Eat
Happy?
shit, Greg.
You've saved
Yeah, I am.
Louise, but you've killed Greg.
Yeah, I am happy.
Thank you. I'm so delicious. Melt me
well,
down
I'll
and
just
dip
take-
things in me.
I'll take
I'm
your word
really
for
good
that.
with Fred and Brad.
Oh.
There's a character, Fred and Brad.
They're the bread people.
There's a character in League called Akshan whose passive like resurrects someone if he damages an enemy who killed one of his teammates within a certain amount of time. And there's one of his voice lines is like, "Is killing killers wrong? I'll ponder that later." And that just like felt so D&D to me. Like we've been put in the position where these are the killers, therefore our morality dictates. You know, so funny.
Okay, that's Bounty. I think. Leonore. What do you mean love triangle between Louise, Fred, and Brad? It doesn't have to be a triangle. It could be a
I
nice
think
it's
big
just three of
old
them,
to be honest.
polyglot.
A wedge.
Uh,
It's
oh,
a
yeah,
wedge
wedge,
of
yeah.
cheese between the bread.
I love
It's nice.
A sandwich.
All right, Haiku. Unless Randall's want to do anything else, you got any movement else? Do you want to close the gap?
I actually
between
don't have
Berry
any
and Beret
movement.
and Berry?
I actually don't have any movement left for once. I know you're shocked, but
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, okay.
You're
You
sure.
want to say anything to Louise at the end of your turn?
I don't. I think just like I'll just take your word for it because they're talking about how delicious they are.
Okay. You don't want to eat Louise?
No.
Okay. Haiku.
What would be the point of saving Louise from being eaten just to eat Louise? Come on.
I mean, you know,
Well.
it's a different
Context of the word
amount of
eat? I don't know.
consent. Yeah.
No.
Haiku was being a bit grouchy last game because they didn't want to be involved in this fight quite as much as everyone else wanted to be. But I believe they came around a little bit once they heard about the delicious smelling. What was it that we burning the?
I remember the opposite happening, to be honest, Tom.
Oh, okay.
It said we decided they smelled like steamed lobster as they were being
Steamed lobster,
cooked with the fire.
hmm
Oh, right.
And that made Haiku a little bit more interested.
Right, Haiku?
I think it was something that like they waffled on, wasn't it? Like
I mean,
I don't
I guess
remember.
we'll find out.
Well,
What
Yeah.
Haiku does.
why are we attempting to get to this giant pie when the people we're talking to are in the opposite, in like a different direction? Why is everyone attracted to this pie so much?
Aren't you
Well,
the
we
one that
rolled
told us
some
it was
Arcana
magical?
checks last game, and
Yeah.
we've determined that the pie is what is going to make you.
Oh yeah, I said it was magical, but that doesn't mean I want to go there.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well.
We got a stroppy Haiku today. What's Haiku going to do with Haiku's turn?
My bonus action, flamethrower. I'll take it. Get these 3 in.
So you're gonna hit Beret, James, and Bounty.
Yep.
Okay.
Even though the
All right.
flamethrower is surrounded.
Yep, the flamethrower is surrounded.
And that's a dex save.
Yeah, dex save against my spell save DC, which is 17.
They all fail.
Oh.
Oh.
3d8 fire damage.
17 on James, 17 on Bounty, and 17 on Beret.
Dang.
Ah! I don't taste good burned! My supple flesh!
Well, I ain't done yet. Then as an action, to detonate the cannon requires an action, not a bonus action. Which I find slightly odd. And so each creature within 20 feet must make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that include Neroli, or is Neroli out of it?
Neroli should be out of it.
She's
yes.
just out of it, okay. But Beret, Beery is still in there.
Yeah, very much so.
Beery is still, okay, alright.
DC
So that's it.
17 again.
Okay, so that's Lewis, Freg, James, Bounty, and Beret. Is Skittles in there as well? Skittles is the top one.
I think Skittles is just out of it, maybe.
Okay, alright.
Oh no, Skittles
Oh, no,
is
they're
in
in
it.
it. Yeah, they're in.
Oh wait, this one's in it as well. Shit.
Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Six,
5,
What
about
6,
the left-hand
7.
grape?
Oh, no,
Okay.
Nope,
Oh.
25.
Great to see.
Woo!
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every single one of them has failed. Oh, well, your spell save is 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them succeeded.
great.
And it was the second one. It's Freg.
Right. Okay.
Freg
Well,
succeeds.
on a successful save, they take half as much force damage.
Okay. How much damage is that in total? 14.
Perfect sound alert.
Yeah, they all take
Thank you.
14 except that one which takes 7.
Okay. All right. So that's 14 on Lewis. 14 on James. 14 on Bounty. 14 on Skittles. And Beery is dead.
Oh no, poor Beeb.
The grapes burst. And grape fluid goes everywhere.
Great
As they
fluid.
are. Popped. It could have been wine, but not today. Not today.
Not this
You
day.
can remove the token now because it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. I got
gone.
rid of it. But none of the bugs died.
Oh, I still see. I meant the flamethrower token. Sorry.
Oh, the flamethrower token.
Yeah.
Anything with the Haiku's turn? Anything else you want to say or do?
Just gonna wander down here a bit, I think.
Hike is just going to jump off.
Yeah, goodbye. All right. Okay. Well, you successfully killed an innocent great person. Now it's time for these guys. Now, Freg, James, and Bounty. I'm going to close the gap over here. Freg can't quite make it, actually. Freg's a little bit
Low.
separated. So Freg's going to come down here. And then Lewis is going to close this gap down to Haiku. Jim is going to scootle along so that Skittles can get involved in eating Beret as well. And then I don't have anyone killing Louise right now. It's very sad. But we're going to do our damages. In fact, Jim is going to rear back its disgusting, horrible, ankeggy face. I'm sure for other bug people and people who are interested in bug people, they're very beautiful. But for the sake of the body horror aspect of D&D, I'm going to describe them as grotesque. I apologise. The ankegs bring back, and then you can hear this kind of gurgling sound before a spray of acid is shot out of their face. And it goes for a grand total of 30 feet. Hitting Nugget.
Between the bread? Over the 10-foot piece of bread?
Oh, through the bread.
Through the bread?
through the bread. This is
What's the
hitting
point of bread?
Berry, and Brad,
Bread's so
and
bad.
Nugget.
Jesus Christ.
So dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
From
18.
Nugget, that's a save. My God. Beret and Berry fail their saving throw, and so does Brad. So that is 12 points of damage for Beret and Berry and Brad. And 6 points of damage for Nugget.
Okay.
Okay. So that's Jim. Skittles. Hits Beret.
I know we've
Killing
given them
Beret.
names, but I don't know who's who, and it's just
I have absolutely no
confusing.
idea who you're talking about. I just about
can-
know the foods.
I was gonna say I can only tell the difference between the food names and the Yonkeg names.
Let me
So
see. Let me see what I can do about the nameplates. Can I show you the nameplates? Can you see Brad
Oh,
now?
yeah, I see
yeah, I
Brad,
can see
yeah.
Brad
Oh,
now.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh
Yeah.
God, it's stuck to my cursor. Stop. There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to give it a little red dot. It's because it got stuck. This is Berry.
Brad.
Yeah, see Brad.
Belly.
Awfully close to
Fred.
Barry for my liking.
Mm. And the red grapes.
Is Louise.
Yeah, as well.
Bring me my red grape.
Is Jim.
Oh my God, there's the raspberries down here.
Skittles.
It's not like,
Bounty.
I don't know, red currants.
There's James.
James.
There's Freg.
What?
Here's Lewis. There you go. You see all the names?
It's like those families that like have a bunch of kids and their first couple of kids are really like exotic names at the start, like fancy names, and then it's just like Jim, Brad, Fred.
Yes.
My parents did the
Skittles.
opposite, where they were like family name, family name, family name. Me, not necessarily family name, most boring fucking like generic white girl name ever. And then my little brother has like Gaelic inspired first and middle name that's hugely symbolic, like tying in both my parents. The rest of us, generic boring white people names that were like family names or family adjacent names. And I was like, what? Like, come on. It was like 2 years and all of a sudden you get creative. You couldn't have zhuzhed up my name a little bit. No, I just got Katie Ann. That's it. That's all you get. It. Okay. Thanks. Oh, you spelled Kathleen differently. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it.
Story, at birth, I was given the most common name in the UK, and I think it continued that way for like 10 years at least.
There was a point where I was a member of a Facebook group where it's like, there's 24 million of us with this name. The exact name, first, middle, last.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Generic white girl name.
Well, so much for that sweet, sweet pro bug sponsor money.
Damn it.
Hey, Cassandra.
I was in
okay,
talks
so
with Arthropod Society, but now it's no dice.
I would like dexterity saving throw from Oro, please. As James rears its ugly head and sprays acid all up in your face.
So it's an attack I can see?
Yes. It's also
okay.
technically an AoE.
Ooh.
Okay, I saved 27.
Okay, yeah, you
it
say.
don't matter.
And you take no damage because of rogue stuff.
Yeah. Rogue stuff.
Uh,
Rogue
Heck
stuff.
yeah.
Freg,
Rogue stuff is the
however,
best armor.
Yeah.
Freg hits Nerily.
Oh. Shield.
What does that take your AC to?
18.
That's a miss. Oh, sorry, it's a hit still. It still hits.
Oh, dang.
You take
Okay.
9 points of damage. No, sorry. You
Ow.
take 12 points of damage.
Ow. That's a lot of my health.
And you are
Ow.
grappled.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's not very good.
Good.
For the sake of this, do we have a grapple token in here somewhere?
Probably.
I'll do. There you go. That's a little bit of grapple. Because the turret was also grappled. Okay, and then Lewis is going to have a little attack roll against Haiku.
Yeah.
I like having names for all the monsters.
Yeah.
24 against AC, Haiku.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big old hitty-ritty. You also take 12 points of damage and are grappled.
Okay.
Can't find the... There it is. Bam.
I like the turn order. Frank, James,
Yeah.
Brandy, Lewis, Skittles, Jim.
Top of the order. We've lost 2 berries this round.
No.
Whilst Katie was talking, I didn't want to interrupt. Bounty squirted acid down a line that killed Beret. Did a lot of damage to Berry and Brad. Both Berry and Brad are looking bad.
Berry and Brad are looking back.
They're looking real bad. They're looking delicious, but also covered in acid. So maybe less delicious than usual. No one will want to eat me now.
These guys
got
have been.
gunk on me.
Oh, these guys have been hurt as well, right? James, Bounty,
Correct.
Skittles.
Yep, James, Bounty, and Skittles all were on the receiving end of the explosion.
Okay. Gonna hit with my scimitar. 28.
Okay.
Crit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's the second time we've had a crit roll that's involved the damage die being doubled and it still being a 1 on the second dice.
Yeah.
But that's fine because you also get to add your fire damage,
Yeah.
which gets
Sneak attack.
doubled.
Yeah.
So you can do the
Okay.
flame tongue twice. Sneak attack
Okay.
gets doubled as well.
Right.
And roll a 1d100.
Okay.
And roll a 1d100.
55.
Ooh, in the middle.
Should have is disoriented. DC 13 con save. Save or stunned for 1 round. Extra damage die.
You throw a little extra damage die in there? That's just that 1 extra 1d6 you can throw on from your scimitar.
5.
You want to roll double your sneak attack damage and then double your fire tongue damage as well? Flame tongue?
Yeah, I've done that. That's 50. Does that kill him?
50 points of damage.
Yeah.
Feels like kill it.
James had 8 health left.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good.
Oro hero poses.
Oro,
But
stop.
not
He's already dead.
intentional.
I'm just cooking up a meal out of him.
Yeah, you got a shish kebab and
Oh my
cake head
God.
on the end. It's just burning from the inside. It smells delicious.
I love the idea of like all of the is it chitin or chitin?
Chitin.
All of the chitin like cracks off and falls off, and there's just like a steaming piece of like good smelling lobster on the end.
Yeah, delicious. It's not often that people will describe an arm cake as delicious, I imagine, but in this case, delicious.
Oh, thank you for the biddies, Canuck.
I
Appreciate
mean,
it.
you still have your movement and your bonus.
Yes. Oh, there you go. There's the alert for it. Thank you, Canuck. I appreciate it. So I can move up to Bounty,
Yep.
and Nugget can move up, and I can use my dagger. 18 hit,
That's a hit.
and I'll get sneak attack. 13.
That is dead.
Okay.
So you can't use your sneak attack a second time because
Oh,
you used it on your
okay,
first
never mind.
attack. Because you can only use it once per turn.
Turn. That makes
But
sense.
if for example, if it wasn't your turn anymore, but it was the same round, and someone like moved away out of your and you got attack of opportunity, then you could have sneak attacked on that. Does that make sense? D&D rules are stupid. Regardless, Bounty is dead.
Okay. Can Nugget use their reaction to me hitting on different people?
No, so really what we should be doing
Okay.
is that Nugget moves like on their own turn.
Yeah.
So Nugget can move to close that attack on Skittles and then take their action, but they won't be able to use their
that's what I was
reaction.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
23, 7.
Okay. A little bit of damage there to Skittles. Skittles not looking too hot.
I think I started from here. I just want to like get in the way.
Okay. Save Berry. I get you. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to do your turn?
I look at Jim in his little beady little eyes and move my flame sword around. As a shish kebab of his friend.
I love it.
Nerly,
All right,
you're grappled
all
right
right.
now.
I am, which really just reduces my speed to 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, any ranged spell attacks at this will give you disadvantage on it because you're
Yeah.
ranged attack and melee.
That's true. That's true. I'm not sure I actually have any melee. Well, I don't have any melee cantrips. I shall simply. Oh, I know what I'll do. Well, man, do I really want to spend those resources? I'm gonna. I'll use my. We slept, right? So this is like fresh day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, because you had a short rest, but before that you did fight the Jabberwock.
Okay, so okay. I didn't use my I get a free Misty Step every day.
You have not used a Misty Step yet.
Yeah, and that's 30 feet, right? 30 feet. Yes, to a place I can see, which is important. That came up at one point where I had to be able to see it. So I'm gonna oh my god, all of those are 30 feet? Okay. I'm gonna disappear from existence for a moment in a flash of silvery moonlight feathers and end up right here.
Freg,
hide behind this
Freg.
candle.
Oh, it's okay. Freg has been left with Fred. Freg's probably happy.
That's true. That's my bonus action. But that's a spell, so I can still do a cantrip as my action. So I will do a Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So,
on Freg or Lewis?
Freg, because he grabbed me. Gross.
Okay. Fails. Oh my god. Poor Freg.
19 radiant damage. That was a good roll.
Freg's looking bad. Anything else from Nerdy this turn?
Just whoop behind the candle, like, I don't like that. That was unpleasant. I don't want to do that again.
Freg, for a moment before you teleport away, looks you dead in the eyes and looks like there's something about it that you get this moment of like you feel like nobody in the world has looked at you with that much desire before, but it's because Freg wants to eat you.
Eat you, yes.
Right, Randall.
Slow motion, like you look into Freg's eyes and you look into Nerly's eyes and she's confused and Freg looks really intense and then she's just boop.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah. This is confusing. I'm gonna go. I don't like this.
Randall.
Which, remember, I'm not playing a bard.
Going to get myself up here.
Okay.
And
which
then
Randall has absolutely no trouble doing because Randall is wearing slippers.
basically.
Yeah.
That's Randall's long-term story arc.
Wearing
He wears
slippers.
slippers. That's it.
Oh no, I mean despite being a spider, but yeah. Fine.
Oh.
I see you.
But fine. I guess that's canonical now. So
Everybody else focused in on the slippers because you're
Yeah.
old and you were talking about the
Yeah.
spider climb. Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to move the hex onto Lewis.
Lewis.
Lewis
Lewis, is so
now
far
has
away.
disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Okay, so Haiku could escape that grapple if they wanted.
Thank you, Randall.
And then I'm going to wail on Jim.
Okay. Also, I've just had a moment of insight where I've remembered that whilst Haiku is a little bit anti-side quest right now, by the way, just for those of you who are watching, I sincerely doubt that it is Jack that is anti-side quest. I think it's Haiku. Just to clarify that.
Yes.
That's not a point of contention between us. That's just his character. But
His
I
character
like
who's
that.
rightfully worried about just randomly turning into a for you one day.
I just really like the idea that these guys only stumbled across you as a side quest. You were a side quest.
And we stopped
Oh,
to
yeah.
save you. And we like stopped to save you and help you.
Oh no.
And now you're in the
wait,
party
my-
being like, let's not help anyone.
That's almost 2 years. I'm the side quest.
In 2 years' time, we're going to be going around with Brad and Fred, being like, remember when we found you in that giant place?
When Haiku leaves because they're tired of our bullshit.
Oh dear me. Right. Okay. sorry, Randall. I interrupted your turn. So you're gonna wail on Jim.
I hit Jim for 10.
Yes, you do. He's been hit.
Okay. I maybe hit Jim?
You hit Jim for 10, not 10. You hit
Wow.
Jim. Roll the dice.
For 12.
For 12.
this time. Thank you very much. Alright.
You told Jim.
Anything else coming out of you?
No, I am done. I haven't got any bonuses
Okay.
to do any more punching, so it's kind of
Okay,
sad.
all right. Jim's had his kite punched in. Haiku,
Whap,
I would
you're
like
grappled.
I would like to get out of this grapple in a strength way.
Okay, so that is just a contested athletics check. Or rather, you don't even contest it because the contest is the initial thing. You're okay. Just do a strength check.
Just a strength check.
Yeah. You succeed.
Oh.
Ooh.
You are broken out of the grapple. You manage to bat away the giant claws that have held you in place. That is your action. You are safe from Lewis momentarily, but if you move out of Lewis's threat range, you still get a little Lewis thwap.
Yeah.
Lewis love tap.
Okay.
I kind of like the idea now that from now on, I'm going to use the same list of enemy names. Every fight,
Yeah.
every fight is going to be Freg, Lewis, Bounty, Skittles, Jim.
For all the minions, of course.
Yeah, for the minions, yeah. It's
that's
not going
my
to be like
bonus action.
Conlectus, the Dark Scale, also known as Freg.
Honey.
So what are you going to do with your bonus action?
As I will try and telekinetically shove Lewis. So he must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay, he
And
is
it's-
large.
Oh. Wait, large is only...
That's a
One bigger
one
than-
size above you, right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can do that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's
Ideal.
DC8 plus your proficiency bonus plus int modifier.
Isn't he hexed too? So he has disadvantage on it or something? On strength
It's
specifically?
On strength, yeah.
Yeah, strength.
So-
And it does say ability checks and not saves, so.
Oh, ability checks. My bad.
Well, that is
What's my
important
proficiency bonus?
aside.
Which proficiency bonus? Oh, it's 4. It says it right there. Cool. 17. It's got DC 17.
DC 17. Strength.
Yeah. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. It succeeds.
Wow. Okay. It
Yeah.
could willingly fail it if it wanted to.
No, you look delicious. You look like if you crack that shell open, all sorts of goodies will come out.
Yeah, but wouldn't I be even more delicious if I have to move around and like get toned? You know,
Yeah, that's what everyone wants. Muscle.
bit of rump.
So you've used your action to break free the grapple. You've used your bonus to shove.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to do with your turn? You want to move
I
at all?
can't move, can I? 'Cause
Yeah, you can move. You're not in the grapple anymore.
well, I'll get opportunity of attack or whatever it's
It
called.
will, yeah. If it gets out of, if you move out of its 5-foot range.
Sorry, I won't move then.
Okay, you can stay put if you want.
You can move around him in his threat
Yep.
range.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't leave the 5-foot range around him, you're okay.
Just like
So
skirt
basically,
around
a square around him.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to shuffle away from this edge.
Is that Jenny?
Shuffling away.
Still the shuffle. Okay, then we get Freg, Lewis, Skittles, and Jim. Freg is going to eat Fred.
Oh no.
No.
Fred's not looking too hot. Lewis is going
So
to attack Haiku and critically fail.
Ooh.
Hey.
1d100.
Skittles will attack Nugget and Jim will attack Randall. It's a miss
20
against Nugget, a miss against Randall.
Let me know when to tell you
Roll out
the.
of acid spit. Give me the outcome for Lewis.
So remember, you want to roll high on the critical success and low on the fumble. So with a 62, slow to respond, no bonus action or reaction next round.
Oh, well. We'll see how long Lewis survives. Oro!
Okay. Walk up to Jim. Look at him in the eyes. Kill him.
To be fair, I think with Oro's recent damage output, you might as well just take them off the table, Tom.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, that's a hit. 10 points of damage.
Okay. With a little flame, little 6 added to
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Is he dead?
nice.
Is he dead yet? Is he?
Nope.
Oh, little sneak attack.
Now he's dead.
Excellent.
Damn it.
Move up on Skittles.
Rest in peace.
Look him in the eyes.
Does Nugget get a reaction attack?
Oh,
Yep.
bite from Nugget. Oh, I got a crit.
Oh!
Yes, Nugget.
What?
Nugget be
Roll,
hungry.
roll the die. Roll the die.
Want some lobster to go with all those sprouts.
Savage Chop. So we're going to say Savage Chomp. Ignore damage resistance. No 1s or 2s on the damage die.
I think we're okay on that one.
Got a 3 and a 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a
Okay.
Savage Chomp, though.
A savage
Nom,
chomp
nom, nom.
doing 10 points of damage. And you've got your bonus attack still on Oro.
Yeah, got my dagger. Oh, 13 to hit.
As a miss.
And Nugget gets his own attack.
God
14.
damn it.
So much damage.
That's a hit.
Okay, 6.
Oh, Skittles, no! He's looking so weak. Come on, Skittles, you can make it through this.
No.
Nerily, you're up.
Okay. I think with the continued assault on Fred, she's like, all right, that's it. We gotta stop this. So I'm gonna, since we determined I can do 2 cantrips in a turn, if I speed one up, I'm gonna do a double Sacred Flame and spend a sorcery point for that.
Okay.
So first, DC 17 Dex save against Frigg.
That's a fail.
20 points of radiant damage.
Freg is illuminated. Freg does not survive long enough to continue eating Fred.
The second one against Lewis.
Lewis also fails his saving throw and is illuminated in a flame-like radiance that descends and murders him dead. The remaining is Skittles.
Skittles, Skittles.
As Nerily obliterates and ignites these poor ant eggs. Just looking for a tasty food.
Not in
there.
this
Anything else
house.
Nerily wants to do with her turn?
In another world, in an alternate universe, she would look over at Skittles and be like, taste the rainbow, bitch. But not this world. So she's just going to come out and be like, ah, I hope you're okay, Haiku. And that's it.
Oh. Okay, Randall.
How's Skittles looking?
Bad.
I'm in danger.
Real bad? Okay.
Very bad.
Well, then,
Skittle says, I'm in danger.
Oh,
That's a hit. That's an 8. He's got 2 health left.
hey.
hey!
Skittles is
I missed.
down. Yeah, you missed. And that's
You
a
missed
hit.
because it collapsed under your first
Yeah,
attack, and you're
it
just like,
just died.
bring it around, and it's just gone. You're like, oh.
Wait a minute. I
Wait.
still have 2 hit points left.
They are all perished. You hear the thankful voices of Berry, Fred, Brad, and Louise Louise the cheese, of course. Berry the berry. Brad the bread. And Fred the bread.
I thought berry was a grape.
The Bread Brothers.
A grape is a type of berry.
Is it?
Yes.
I also question that, Jack.
Yeah,
That doesn't.
I think the thing that always throws people off is that there's a specific definition for berry, and a lot of the things named blank berry aren't actually berries.
Oh.
Like a banana is technically a berry. I think what makes something a berry, if I could be wrong, is like the seeds are specifically on the inside. So like strawberries aren't berries, I believe, because the seeds are on the outside.
Does that make a tomato a berry?
Oh, an apple.
I think. Well, and then stone fruit are different, but I don't know if apple counts as a stone fruit. It doesn't. No, never mind. An apple is a berry. Yeah.
My mind is blown.
List of berries.
Wikipedia lists all the ones that you said as berries.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Maybe there's a
In common
botanical
usage, the
definition.
term berry differs from the scientific or botanical definition of a fruit produced from the ovary of a single flower. We don't need to get into this.
Yes.
Tangents are why we're here.
When I googled are grapes berries, it actually said grapes are true berries, not just berries, but true berries.
Oh, pure blood berries.
Yeah.
It's almost like I googled the same thing you did before I started naming these.
Nah.
That's why I said it with such confidence that they were berries. Because well, actually, they're true berries according to the quick Google I did when I started naming them.
True berries.
Strawberries and raspberries aren't really berries in the botanical sense. They are derived from a single flower with more than one ovary, making them an aggregate fruit. True berries are simple fruits stemming from one flower with one ovary and typically have several seeds.
Wow.
Well,
Bananas are
so
supposed to have
complicated.
seeds in them. Big seeds, in fact, but we bred those out of them.
Mhm.
How do
Now-
bananas possibly reproduce then if we bred the seeds out of them? It's like
Cloning.
seedless grapes. How does that happen? How do we produce more seedless grapes?
Same vine.
Sorry, but it's
Vine
always
doesn't have to
baffled
keep
me.
being flown again.
But
But-
bananas are cloned,
Yeah.
basically, and they're like in the.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
The only bananas around are the ones that survived the banana famine, which is why artificial banana doesn't taste like bananas. Because that's this kind of really sweet, yummy banana we used to have, but they all died.
Damn.
Okay, there, dogs.
Yeah, I might need to go.
What?
Oh, what happened?
Okay.
Oh, because I'm on call and I've been paged,
Oh.
which probably means I need to go into work.
Oh, shit.
Yay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
All right. Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Gotta go
Yeah,
see
I need to
Rover
call
right
them, and then they'll probably want me to go.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
we
do you
take a bio
wanna-
break?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do a bio
Yeah,
break,
then
and
I'll-
if we
I'll
need
go.
to end, then we need to end.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's
Okay.
real life stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
That's
is fine.
fine. Bio break for now.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Whew. Gee whiz. What a game that we've had so far today, chums. We've had a whole
Well, at
whole
least-
hour.
At least Dox's employers waited till we finished the fight.
They
Gotta hand it to them there.
True.
did. They've been watching. They've been watching. They've been like, now seems like a good time. Now seems like a good time. All right. Well, for those of you who are new to the stream, we usually tend to just pop to the loo and come back when we return and when we're good to go.
Mhm.
But since it sounds like Dox is on call, and his workplace might have to call him in, we might not maybe continuing with D&D after this. But that's fine. It's just the way life is sometimes, isn't it?
It's just the way
Uh,
it is.
It's just the way it is. So I guess. I mean, I'm not desperate for the loo right now. I could probably just
All right. Well, I'll be right back.
chill here for a bit, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll stretch my legs.
Okay. I didn't know there was an exclamation mark support command. What do that do? Oh, these are the best ways to support this gobbo without giving the least to the company attached. Huh. There's also there. If you want to go straight there, you can get stuff from Jenny's shop. but there's some weird laws with the EU, so you might have to do the Etsy instead. See, there's that as well. I'll stop spamming the chat with commands. I'm so sad that so many berries died, thanks to the whims of Haiku dropping explosive turrets and burning poor innocent grapes. That's just the world that we live in. The world that we live in is callous, vicious, hateful turtles trying to kill as many berries as they can. Oh, hey, Jack.
So our turtles then?
What? No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Oh, you talk about turtles.
Yes.
So I misheard them a lot. A lot of people do mishear them. Turtles are shits, after all.
Is that the opinion of Haiku or Jack?
Haiku. I like a good turtle. Really big ones, they're cool.
Yeah, they are cool.
Or even the little ones, snapping turtles.
Oh, with the I like the video that I saw you and Grace talking about on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
With the punk
Mohawk
like
algae
mohawk
thing.
little guy, algae guy.
Turtle, great.
That was cute.
It was really cool.
How long will it take to bury the berries? I mean, some of them just popped. Some of them just straight up popped. Juice everywhere. These all had their own personalities, their own hobbies.
Oh my god, their own family?
Ones,
Oh,
their own
no.
families.
Oh,
I assumed the berries were related to each other.
Well, I mean, these ones are, yes, but they've got friend groups outside of this part of the table.
oh.
Well.
We're gonna have to send letters out to tell everyone? Hear ye, hear ye. I gather all the fruit here today.
To inform you of the passing of Beret. And shit, what was the other one called?
See, you forgot already. And you named them.
Shit. Beret. I've also forgotten the names of all the bugs. There was
James, there was a Lewis, there was
There was
a
James
Freg.
Lewis,
Skittles.
Freg, Skittles, Bounty.
Oh, I thought it was Bowdy.
No, it's Bounty. I changed it to Bounty because I think that was what the original.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was the intent.
Oh, okay.
The berry's revenge.
The Berry's
Oh, no.
Revenge. Maybe. You never know which enemies might come back to haunt the party. People with vendettas. Individuals or creatures that have been in some way wronged or harmed. Perhaps want some kind of vengeance. Perhaps they'll go to great lengths to get their vengeance.
I don't remember wronging or harming anyone.
Not done any of that.
Not since my side quest started, anyway.
Or a single time.
Well,
no wronging, no harming.
if we did, we killed them.
They killed them dead. They don't.
Yeah.
People don't tend to come back from the dead.
Not in this world.
in this world, no.
No, never seen that before. No happen.
This music is. Oh, there we go. We're back on track with the intense combat music. It's okay. We're out of combat for now. We can go back to day to day, or more appropriately, we could go to sad/funeral.
Oh no.
Why?
Because remember you killed a berry.
It's a fruit.
It's a person. It was a
Stop
person.
trying to make Jack feel
It
good.
was a sentient collection of.
Stop trying to...
Haiku killed an innocent bystander. Why are we glossing over this?
I don't think Haiku
Innocent
cares.
bystander NPC. It's dead.
Haiku's morals have shifted in the past few sessions.
Yeah.
We saw other innocent bystanders killed and didn't even bat an eye at it.
Talking about Astravegus, your
Yep,
friendly
absolutely.
You know what? You're right. I'm starting to doubt this party and their commitment to good.
There's just so much bad in the world. What's the point?
Is that where Haiku's mindset has shifted now?
If at first you don't succeed, give up.
Haiku is operating on the nothing matters in the Feywild, right? Okay. So does that mean that Haiku's going to change when you return to the material plane?
I'm hoping so. Most likely. They are
We'll see.
just sick of all this shit in this place. Just one thing after another.
Yeah.
That's true. It is one thing after another. You haven't had much respite.
Oh no, there'll be a little bit more when we get back, because Haiku did mention wanting to burn down the inn if the fairy dragon owned it.
Owned it. Yeah. Yeah.
Once we've got confirmation of that, and then burnt it down.
I would just like to say we couldn't have saved Astravagus because they were already dead when we got there. So there wasn't like the moral opportunity of us seeing them being attacked and choosing to intervene or not. We like arrived on the scene, knew we only had a few seconds before the thing was going to send us off somewhere else, and saw that they were already dead. Very different situation.
Could have buried them, killed Barry, bit of closure.
Oro actually believed that we were just like seeing things, that it wasn't like we were just being teleported to places and like being shown like fake scenes of what each person either wanted or would have hated to have seen. So you saw him being killed and we were going to be teleported somewhere else, and then we saw like unicorns and that's what Nerly wanted to see, and then we were teleported somewhere else. So it was kind of like that's what Oro thought was happening, and not Jenny.
And then there was a
News,
Jabberwock.
Randall?
No, I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
That's all right.
Don't
That's
worry.
the way it is.
that's right.
That's okay. Okay
That's
then.
just
Well,
the
in
way
which
it
case,
is.
let's say goodbye then, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye to Doxy. Bye to Doxy.
Bye,
Bye.
Doxy.
Good
Happy
games.
work.
Bread.
We'll
games.
continue next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that means it's the end of our session. It's just how it goes sometimes. We're very lucky to be able to play D&D on such a regular basis as it is. So we're obviously very understanding when real life comes up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in which case, that's that. We're gonna have to call our D&D game to an end, because I don't have enough planned for a little separate one shot for you guys right now. I suppose we could have maybe have continued on without Randall, but I think it's nice to make sure that everyone's together and we don't go on too far
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
without
Yeah.
everybody. So we'll call it quits there then.
All
A little
right.
mini game. So it gives me even
Mini
more time to
game.
prep for next session.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay. Well then.
Okay, I'm gonna end the stream, but I might come back on in like half an hour or something because it's only 7:30 right now. But I need to stop the VOD so that it can be uploaded to YouTube and whatever, and it's just D&D.
Yes.
Sorry, Tom, I know you were waving there. You wanted to again, but it was.
Alright, it's fine. I knew what I committed to.
Why did you stop?
My arms got tired.
Oh, I'll put in Discord if and what I'll stream at 9. But we'll see you.
We
next
found
week.
a meat
Oh.
jar in a field. It was just a mason jar full of meat in the forest. What the fuck?
The worst geocache ever.
Thank you.
I
Kenneth.
love these
appreciate
little
it.
clips and stuff like this. It just reminds me of the good times, you know?
Good time.
It just reminds me of the good times. There are so few, moments to pause and reflect on the good games that you've had in the past. You're so caught up in the moment of what your characters are doing right now. You don't get to appreciate, the good times
Yeah, the
where
good
we talked
times.
about geocaches.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go.